Why are you home at this time of the day?
I have good news.
Oh.
I got the buyer for the property. I just need you to sign here. Then
sign where?
Here.
For which property?
Yeah, if this is a joke, please stop it. These people are waiting for me. I just need you to sign here to finalize all the arrangements. And they will make the payments. Please, come on, sign.
Sign.
Now.
Okay, let me ask you these questions. Who are the buyers? How much are they willing to offer? And whose accounts are they paying into?
Gia, what is the meaning of this? Why so much questions?
Answer them!
Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is HYPHEN, and on this channel I talk about faith, lifestyle and gospel movie review. If you're new to this channel, thanks for stopping by, and if you're a returning subscriber, thanks for coming back. In this video, I'll be reviewing the movie titled HYPHEN. HYPHEN was written and produced by Ayobami Adegboyega. You can find it on Ayobami Adegboyega's Gospel Film TV. It tells the story of two people, Gia and Dari, a widow and widower who got married and they had children from their previous marriages. There are lots of things the movie portrayed about remarrying, having a stingy spouse, transparency in marriage, managing the home, and what you do with your life from the time you were born to the time you die. One thing that was obvious in the movie was the fact that the sign was always there. When Gia and Dari were courting, there were things that happened that could have made Gia see the type of person Dari was, but she didn't see it. While watching the movie, I kept wondering whether Gia didn't know the kind of job her husband was doing and the salary he earned. How is it possible that she didn't have access to her husband's phone or his debit card? Because if she had access to these items, she would have seen early enough that Dari had been lying to her. Dari's slogan was always, things are hard, things are hard. And to make matters worse, it wasn't that he was stingy, he was greedy, selfish, immoral, having a form of godliness but denying the power thereof. So when he was outside, people looked at him and thought he was a Christian. But when he goes inside at home, his children are seeing him and they see that this is not who daddy is outside. His wife is seeing him and saying, practice what you preach. At work, he's a different person. He has another character that even his wife is not aware of. A major lesson was captured in the scene where Gia was having a conversation with Dari's first son, Samuel. She was trying to discover what was going on with him because he had become withdrawn. And the boy confessed to her that he didn't want to be religious or a pretender like his father. He stated instances of times when his father lied, told him to lie for him, and did things that he teach people outside not to do. While his stepmom addressed the issue and encouraged him, what that scene reminded me of is that as parents, your life is visible to your children. So you may think they are not watching, but they are watching you. They are looking at what you're doing and they're comparing it with what you're saying. If what you're doing matches what you're saying, what you're teaching them to do. So you may think you are good at hiding things, but don't be surprised that your children know who you truly are most of the time. So while there's God who sees and knows all, your life as a parent influences your children directly or indirectly.
Wow. I'm really short of words right now. But then, our Lord Jesus Christ is a perfect example. Yes, parents are supposed to be good example to their children, but if they are not, that doesn't mean that God is not interested in you. Samuel, you are precious. And I wouldn't want you to lose what your Father in heaven has in store for you just because of what your Father is doing.
It should be a template for me to emulate. But I just don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
I understand. Have you prayed for him?
No. What for?
For him to change.
Another thing that stood out for me in HYPHEN was how Dari's life turned out. He had received warning from God through someone from church, his wife, and he wasn't paying attention. He continued living in sin, but thank God for mercy that spoke for him and intervened. And we saw how when he had an accident, he had an encounter where he was made to see that he had wasted the time he had between the time he was born and the time he died. So I love loved how the movie brought the name HYPHEN. When I saw the name HYPHEN, I didn't relate it at all. I couldn't relate it to what was happening in the movie. But at that point, I liked how they brought in, and I'm like, this is the rema behind the name. So we're made to see in the movie that the time you are born and the time when you leave this earth is separated by a hyphen, and that hyphen represents the time you spend on earth, what you do with your life. And Dari was made to see how he wasted his life, even when he had given his life to Christ, surrendered his life to Christ at an early age, but he went back on his walk with God and entangled himself with the things of this world. And because he didn't make good use of the time he had between the time he was born to the time he gave up the ghost, he was going to be condemned. But you need to watch the movie to find out what happened, guys. It's a very powerful movie. It's a very impactful movie. I love how Dari's sister spoke to Gia. She came to meet her and spoke to her, encouraged her, and told her that, oh, this is how my brother has been ever since. And when dealing with a spouse like this, you must apply wisdom. You don't just rest on him, knowing that this is someone that is not completely transparent with you financially. So a question that was on my mind after watching HYPHEN was, what am I doing with my life? What am I doing with the time I have here on earth? And if you ponder your answer to this question and you realize there are things you need to adjust, things that if you are to leave the earth today won't make you ready to meet with God, then you need to reconsider and find your way back to God, because nothing is worth losing the love, the reward, and the joy that comes from living a life that is worthy of your calling here on earth and hearing the master say well done at the end. Okay guys, thanks for watching this video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. Also like this video and share it.